So now moving along with some scribing, we can remove all our bits of masking tape here that we've had to protect and save as much of this detail as possible, which, you know, if we bring you in, you can sort of see by just having that on there, we've still got that nice bit of detail where we've had the masking tape, but we still need to put like these lines in there. When it comes to these kind of things, I do find that, you know, the best way really, I mean, it takes a little bit of experience, but some of the tools actually I'll just show you that we use for scribing. We've got CMKs there, nice sort of resin saw. This is a good one for getting a nice stable sort of freehand recessed panel line. Tamiya's plastic Scriber 2, this is a good one. It's sort of a good general purpose, the go-to kind of thing. But RB Productions do this little bit of it's kind of like photo etch, and it's an interesting one because it does seem to get us in certain places quite nicely, in hard to reach places. That's a good one to have as well, and that is just on a Swan Morton handle. Good one as well, sewing needle in a little hand voice just here, good for making recessed rivets. Also for recessed rivets, I mean, we've got Trumpeters recessed rivet maker, and again RB Productions do one as well. As well as we've got all these sort of stencils as well. We've got by Dream Models, and that these are also good to have. Now I know a lot of people will kind of go off and say use these stencils and line them up, right, like so, to give them a sort of a nice line, but I tend to find that, you know, you kind of need a third hand to be able to use that kind of stuff. I mean, good to sort of like flat surfaces, but like this, what I like to do is we get our CMK razor saw here, right, and what we do is we find a nice spot where we already have a recessed panel line, so I can just feel that inside that recessed panel line, and what we do is we line it up, right, and then it's the way we hold it, right, so hopefully you can see the way I'm holding it. And then what we do is we don't sort of drag or pull or anything like that with the actual razor saw. You know, the good way is kind of leave the razor saw in your left hand or whatever handed you are as a stable platform, and we just basically we end up sort of rotating our piece, right, and we just rotate the piece, right, we don't move our tool, right, we just want to rotate the piece. And what it does, because we've got this kind of nice long straight edge here, and we're holding it in that way, and we're moving the actual model ourselves, we're getting a really nice straight cut. Wouldn't be so easy if we got the P cutter. The P cutter is quite a point, right, just there, so if we try to do that same technique we could slip, right. But here's the thing, the razor saw, it is a little bit rough. You might see just there it is looking a little bit rough, right, so once I've sort of made a bit of a trench with our CMK razor saw, coming in with our Tamiya P cutter, right, it just means the P cutter's got something to follow. So using that same technique of holding it, because the P cutter's got something to follow, it's got a bit of a trench that's in there, right, it's not gonna slip so easily, right, but the P cutter is now going to cut this and make it nice and smooth, right, so I can feel that now. We've got a nice recessed panel line in there, hopefully, as you can see, right, and that's a nice way of getting these sort of fuselage recessed panel lines put back in.